Hello, my name is Mr. Welch and I am your instructor for Online Social Studies 7 Credit Recovery for 2016. And I just wanted to preview the course a little bit to get you off on the right foot. Now, whenever you get into the GPA course, or once you initially log in, you'll see there's a few different tabs on the top of the screen. The one that you're going to need most is the Classes tab. After you click on the Classes tab, you can click into Social Studies 7, and you're presented with the left sidebar here. And on the left sidebar, there are different buttons for you to press. Each of these is a different link: homepage, announcements, pacing calendar, and I'll go through those momentarily with you. And then over on the right side here is where most of the content of classes will appear. Now, a few important things. Whenever you click in, there will be weekly announcements or sometimes daily announcements posted letting you know what you should be working on that day, that week, or within a specific unit. So you'll want to check those announcements often every time you log into the course. Now, starting off with our pacing calendar, when I click on that, it will tell me what I need to work on during which week. So I see here is June 2016. On June 27th, I need to work on Unit 1, Lesson 1. On June 28th, I need to do Unit 1, Lesson 2, etc., etc., etc. And I can go from day to day here to see what I can work on. If you would like to get ahead, you can most certainly work ahead on the course. But what you need to pay attention to are when is all of my Unit 1 work due? When is all of my Unit 2 work due? So what you can see here is for each unit, there are 4 total units in this course: Unit 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a Unit 1 work deadline, which means by this date, no matter what schedule you followed, all of your Unit 1 work and your Unit 1 test needs to be completed. Same thing with Unit 2. All of your Unit 2 work needs to be done by Friday, July 15th. And we can say the same thing for Unit 3, which is Monday, July 25th. And lastly, Unit 4 is Wednesday, August 3rd. And that shows you when all of your work is due. And we'll get into how to complete your work in a second. So what do you actually have to complete in this course? Social Studies 7 is about world geography, and this is a credit recovery class, so we're just previewing some different areas of the world in each of our 4 units. So if I want to see what do I actually have to turn in, as I said earlier, that this course is divided into 4 units. Each unit has a series of lessons, sometimes 5, sometimes 6. And there's a point value for each of these lessons. And then for each unit, there's 1 test to complete after you complete each of these lessons. So we're looking at anywhere between about 175 to 250 points per unit. I talked briefly about unit deadlines, but no matter what schedule you follow, if you work ahead, maybe if you're going on vacation and you need to tweak your schedule a little bit, that's okay, but all unit work needs to be completed by these dates on the screen. You can click on these and print these out if it would make it easier for you. So let's go into a sample lesson. So if I go into Unit 1, I can see that there's some unit vocabulary if I want to get a preview, and then I see Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at the bottom here I have my unit assessments. So if I want to start a unit Lesson 1 here, which you're going to do, I follow these links until the Lesson 1 unit lesson opens. And it will tell me I always have to click the Finish button in order to turn in a lesson. So I can see here there are 31 points available in this lesson. And when I go through this lesson, it'll start to keep track. Now, I'm not actually going to complete any of these, but sometimes there's a video for you to watch. Sometimes there are questions for you to answer. There's some reading activities for you in each lesson. There's a couple activities, and all of these activities will begin to total up your score. Now, what's important, when you get to the end of this lesson, as I said, you must hit Finish in order to submit your score. If you don't hit Finish, then nothing is actually submitted. It's like completing a test and leaving it on your desk during the school year and not actually handing it to your teacher. So in order to turn it in, you have to hit the Finish button. So going back here, what's important to know is, let's say you are unhappy with your score. If you get a 5 out of 31, you can go back and redo that lesson if you would like to try it again. and I'll take your highest score. The system will take your highest score. So you're not being punished by trying it again. You're actually being helped out if you want to try a lesson more than once. So getting into this left sidebar here, the other important thing that you want to consult is the My Grades, where you can take a look at what are your grades for Unit 1, what are your grades on each of these activities, is there anything that you need to complete. So you can check to see, is there anything that you need to complete. So again, you want to take a look and go through only the assigned items. And how do you find out what those assigned items are? Those are on your list of gradable activities or list of graded items. So again, you have about 7 to 8 things to complete per unit, and each of these lessons you can complete more than once. Now, for each of these units you do have one test. So if I want to go into an example test here, I can go into unit assessments, and you're going to find there's your unit 1 test. Your unit tests are items that you cannot redo once you start them. So you want to make sure that you're ready to go. You take your unit test. That's not something that you can take more than once. If you have any questions during the course, I'll be posting my email address. Again, my name is Mr. Welch, and I will be posting my email address in an announcement. So if you want to ever contact me, you can certainly get in touch with me that way and send me an email. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to help you out. I'm looking forward to a great summer semester, and good luck in the course.